Everybody to Starry Tarot. I hope you are all having a wonderful, wonderful Monday, Labor Day, if you are in the US. My name is Sophie. I am your lovely tarot reader for this evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you may be in the world. Let me just take this. Can you see it? Okay. Yes, I can answer any and all of your questions with the exception of medical and or legal questions. Today I am using a very old deck of mine, the Modern Witch Tarot deck. We love this deck. I've had this deck for many, many, many years, and I still of course use her. She's amazing. All my decks are amazing and have never failed me. But yes, I can answer any of your questions with the exception of medical and or legal questions. And all of my donation information can be found at the top of the chat. I'm going to invite my dear AI moderator to the chat. See where Nightbot is at. Where is Nightbot? There is Nightbot. Hello, Nightbot. Thank you for joining us this evening. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for your subscription. Thank you for joining. Hey, girl. Hey, how are you, Lorraine? Good to see you. Did you check out any of that legal information? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I found this top at like some thrift store in my town that I really like. I was wearing a sweater earlier because it was chilly, and then I just got really, really hot, so I had to change into a t-shirt. Doing better today, chilling. Good, good, good to hear. Good to hear. Um, so yeah, I can answer any of your questions so long as they are not of a legal or medical nature. And as always, I Googled some. I have to call a legal agency, but I haven't yet. Labor Day. Yeah, I figured that. Yeah, it's Labor Day weekend stuff. But just Googling, some of the information. I mean, you're going to want more. You're going to want to get like actual, information from a legal professional. But there's also just a wealth of information that you can find online that I'm sure you already have. And that's the first step, and that's awesome that you took that first step, Lorraine. That's what it's all about. And I have no doubt that the legal professionals who are going to help you will say the same thing. It takes a lot of strength and courage to do what you're doing. And like I said, there were two cases that I really regret not taking someone to court for harassment. And what hurts is knowing that they likely are continuing to do it now unless they've gotten in trouble for it from someone else. But that's what bothers me. I'm like, did I allow a cycle to continue? That's what it was like on my mind. I'm keeping my distance from this man. Yeah, thanks for asking. Of course, love, of course. No, it's been on my mind. It's a big deal. And it shouldn't take bravery. It shouldn't take courage to justify wrongs. It shouldn't take that to bring justice about, to exact justice. It should just be the way it is. But the legal system can seem intimidating. I know that's what prevented me. And but then I found out legal assistance agencies, and which I didn't know about when I was a lot younger. And I wish I had availed of those services because they are very, very helpful, and will be on your team 100%. Yeah, I'm so glad you told me to, and I'm very grateful that, you trust me, and yeah, I love you very much, Lorraine, and I want you to be safe and happy and healthy, and this would be like if I gave you a reading, girl, and the first card was Justice reversed. I'd be like, uh-oh, I don't like seeing that. No, it's not okay. I really should have got some juice. Damn, forgot to get juice. But I do have tea. But damn, I wish I'd gotten some juice or some Gatorade because it just got really, really hot. Okay. Don't break on me. Don't break on me. Oh, I'm like fanning my incense towards my face. That's nice. Absolutely, Lorraine. Absolutely. And this is a safe space, and especially when we're talking about matters like that. Yeah, no, there needs to be wrongs that need to be righted in a big way. If y'all are watching this live stream, please remember to give it a big thumbs up. It really, really means a lot to me and really helps me out, helps out the channel. I'm getting myself a second job because your girl needs to save money and get out. Yeah, if that, I mean, obviously that would help you, getting some extra income, even if it's like a side hustle of some type, or just like part-time or something, or like doing like deliveries, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, or a part-time or a full-time job. I know you're already looking for a full-time job, and 2 full-times can be a lot. I've never done that myself, but I have definitely seen people burn themselves out doing that. But I highly recommend getting a second job. Yeah, just bringing in some extra cash, and it's always good. I'm doing part-time, anything that I can find. I work full-time already, but I can manage with only a few days a week part-time only. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to burn yourself out. You can't burn yourself out. It's that won't help you. But and yourself, and your energies, and it's something that you could manage. I know that. I'm doing well, thank you. There's a lot I'm taking care of right now, and but I'm doing well. Thank you for asking, Lorraine. Yeah. What is going on here? Yeah, it was a really beautiful day yesterday. It was super sunny, which is not normal here at the beach, but it was really warm yesterday. Now it's cloudy again. So I actually had a parking spot today. There was like no parking for miles yesterday. Like, it was packed. I think everyone was here. Beyond answering questions, any of your questions, I answer romantic questions, financial questions, career questions, spiritual questions. Hell, I've asked any type of question other than legal or medical. I've likely asked that question. Is it cold now over there, or still warm? It's colder today. It's colder today than it was yesterday. I mean, it's still summer here. But like, yeah, today it's not sunny like it was yesterday. It's not super chilly, but it's 65 degrees. It's 65 degrees pretty much every day of the year, Lorraine. Like, whether it be wintertime, summertime, it just stays 65 degrees pretty much all the time. When it's exceptionally cold in the rest of the Bay Area, it's usually warmer here. It'll be usually around, like, if it's like 55 inland, it'll likely be like 60 here. if it's like 100 degrees inland, it'll likely be like yesterday, in which it was like 78 degrees, maybe 80 degrees tops. Never, I don't think I've ever been here and have, I think the hottest day it ever was once was a couple of summers ago during August. And it was, I remember it was like 88 degrees or 90 degrees or something. That was the hottest I've ever experienced it here. Yeah, it doesn't get warm. So I don't get to wear cute little tops like it. That's why I'm like always wearing jackets and sweaters. Because it is cold here. It's not, I mean, it's cold in San Francisco too. Like it's during the summertime in San Francisco, you don't wear like tank tops and like cute little dresses. Like I'm wearing like jackets and pants and sweaters. It's never warm in San Francisco. Sometimes a little bit, like we'll have our days, but like pretty much it's cold. But at least it's sunnier in the city. Here it's a hot oven all year long, even at Christmas. It only gets cold during April for a month or three max. Yeah, it's very different. Yeah, like my mom's friend, mom had a friend who lived in Florida when we were younger, and yeah, it was like year round, just warm all the time. It's crazy how much not just like the state of California or like even the Bay Area, but how crazy the weather varies all across the country, you know? It's so different. I am also in addition to answering any of your questions that you may have, I am also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. If that is something that you are indeed interested in, please let me know before sending your donation. It is very helpful for me if you could provide the date of birth, the date of passing, and it's not absolutely necessary, but it's very helpful if you could provide a photograph of the person in question. But I prefer to check in before proceeding with a mediumship, just to make sure that they are indeed available to communicate with me, that I can contact them. Because there was one time when someone donated and I couldn't get through to someone, I felt very badly for possibly disappointing them, and I just don't want that. Wow, I expect it to be hot in California. Yeah, it is hot in California, just not all the time, and not here. I mean, there are places where it's hot all the time in California, like the desert. Well, no, even now that I think about it, even in the desert in Southern California, it gets really cold at night. Sometimes it snows in the winter. If you go into the mountains in the desert. Palm Springs, it's pretty much like hot year round. The further south you go, the warmer it is, like all the time. Like San Diego, LA, it's pretty much warm year round. I used to go to LA for my birthday almost every year because my birthday is in January and it is cold. So, but it's always warm during my birthday months in LA. I also offer soulmate confirmation readings, and these can be read in a couple of different ways. One way we can ask is basically like how I said it, confirming whether the person in question is indeed a soulmate of yours, whether they are supposed to be a part of your life, and if they are a temporary part of your life or a more permanent fixture. Another way that we can ask is to we can directly ask your angels and your spirit guides direct blessing, if they do ordain their blessing towards this person in your life, and the connection between the two of you. And all of my donation information for that can be found right there in the chat. I also provide or offer past life regression readings. Past life regression therapy is something I've been studying since I was a very small girl. I was going to say the very first book I ever read that wasn't a children's book was Helen Wambach's Past Life Regression, simply called Past Life Regression. It was her first book. But I don't know, it might have actually been, my first book actually might have been Linda Goodman's Sun Signs, which I still have a copy of as well. I also have her Love Signs, and I need to get her Sex Signs book as well. But it was one of the first books I read. I know that, Past Life Regression by Helen Wambach. I've been studying Past Life Regression for a very, 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 very long time. I have been regressed. I have experienced past life regression. I have regressed others utilizing guided meditation, hypnosis. I didn't administrate the hypnosis, but I was put under hypnosis in my experiences. And I have developed a past life regression tool or reading method using the tarot as my tool and my connection with spirit. And the way that I have it written down there in the chat, the description is, I ask spirit to illustrate a past life of yours that would be most helpful, because we have many past lives. We don't just have one, we have multiple past lives. Depending on how old of a soul we are, we can have more than others, but we have multiple past lives, and I can ask spirit to illustrate a past life of yours that is most relevant to what you're experiencing in your life now. That would be most helpful. I can ask for an illustration of a past life that they feel you need to hear is most important at this time. I can ask for an example of a past life in which that was your easiest or most successful past life. Sorry about the noise. I can ask also, what was your most difficult past life? They're all very interesting. But those are quite fascinating too, because discovering the challenges that we experienced in our past lives really really evokes a lot of gratitude in a lot of my clients when I have done readings where they have found out that they weren't nearly as fortunate in past lives. Hi, Teresa. Hi, as my checking account is still in time out. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about that, Teresa. Will that be taken care of? I'm assuming tomorrow you'll be okay, because today's a holiday, right? Well, I know today's a holiday, but I'm assuming that's what's putting a hold on things. I'm so sorry, love. But you are strong and you are resilient. Hi, Kenneth. I can't get girls. I'm sorry to hear that, Kenneth. That's a very self-defeating statement to make there. I will be Good Friday. I've got to go to the Social Security office to prove it. I'm an American, so I can change my bank account over to another bank. Okay. Okay. So but can you go to Social Security tomorrow, love? I'm sure you're doing, you're expediting things as much as you can. Why till? I'm just curious why it takes till Friday. Why is it taking so long? They want face-to-face now if you're changing your bank account. Oh, got you. Okay. So you have to, so you'd have to go to Social Security first and then, no, I have to have an appointment, and since I don't have a vehicle, I have to wait until the old people van is available. Oh, gotcha. Ah, okay, that's the delay there. I hear you. I wish there was some way I could help you, Teresa. I'm like racking my brain for ways I could help you, but I'm like, if I sent you something to help you with, you can't access your checking account, you know? If you can think of any way I can help you, please let me know. I'm racking my brain weed, but I got an account open at another bank, so I'll be in good shape soon. Oh, that's really good news. That's really good news, Teresa. That's good to hear. So, ball is definitely rolling. Wheel is turning. Good. Oh, by the way, okay, but you know, if you if you're not okay, please do let me know. Okay, I really would like to, if I could help you in some way, please let me know if there's some way that you know I could help. I was going to mention. Oh yeah, I got an email from your friend Paula. Like right before I went online, I saw your email regarding her situation that you sent to my other email, my Yahoo email address. I've been emailing her from I have three email addresses, which I'm a mess. 1 second. Is the door open here? Oh, he's trying to get out.
I'll go in here and then see that.
What was I just saying? Oh yeah, got an email from her. Read the email that I got from you. And yeah, I got the email from her. Kind of a bummer, but all good. All meant to happen. And thank you so much for that opportunity, love, and for suggesting that. I really appreciate you. Yeah, I really do need to get the ball rolling with a lot of stuff in my life. My goodness. Halloween is coming. It is? Halloween is coming. Yep. It sure is. It's weird, girl. You know, I think I've talked about this before. I'm like not the biggest Halloween fan. You'd think someone like me, like spooky stuff, would be, but I guess I'm selective about the spooky stuff. Like, I mean, what I do like about Halloween is all the spooky stuff, like decorative stuff you can buy. A lot of it I use year round. But I'm also trying to minimize my life right now, so I don't super need those distractions. Or I shouldn't say distractions, but yeah, distractions, I guess you could call them. Oh yeah, I'm like, what's the rest of my spiel? As I mentioned, I do indeed answer questions in the realm of romance. I answer a lot of romantic questions, and there is a spread that I offer, and it's at no additional donation amount. Some clients refer to it as my OG love reading. I often call it the TFI spread. They're your person's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards you, your general energies towards them at this time, and then their general energies towards you at this time. I'm not into any holidays, however, I do like the fall. Yeah, I like the fall where there is fall, like if I were on the East Coast, like in New England somewhere, or even where you are too, Teresa. There's no autumn here. There's no fall. Oh yeah, I found that in the other one. Sorry, 1 second. Oh, yeah. That's fine, I get it. I'm excited, I can't get enough of it. That's great. Agree. I grew up in Southern California, I know what you mean. Yeah, there's really no autumn here. The leaves turn a little bit, but it's like right before winter time, and then bam, it's winter. Okay, I will talk to you later. Hope you have a great night. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much, Teresa. And thank you, Miss Wendy. Thank you so much for your donation, girl. How are you doing? Just cooked and had too much wine. Nice. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. I almost bought a bottle of wine tonight, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hold off on that tonight. Try and get some more stuff done. But I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Still got a whole lot of things I need to take care of, but doing well, managing. Yeah. Oh, I thought I saw something. Never mind. Thought I saw something that I did not. I am regretting not buying more juice. Not so much regretting not getting the wine, but am regretting not getting juice. Forgot to get juice. What is this eclipse season bringing or removing from my life? I did not know it was eclipse season. That would explain what I've been feeling, because I keep on asking people, like, we're still in Mercury retrograde, right? And then I check, nope. And then I forget that I've checked. Nope, we're not in Mercury retrograde, but I'm feeling something. Okay, we're in eclipse season. That makes a lot more sense. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is this eclipse season bringing or removing from Wendy's life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is this eclipse season bringing or removing from Wendy's life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is this eclipse season bringing or removing from Wendy's life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is this eclipse season bringing or removing from Wendy's life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is this eclipse season bringing or removing from Wendy's life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is this eclipse season bringing or removing from Wendy's life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is this eclipse season bringing or removing from Wendy's life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is this eclipse season bringing or removing from Wendy's life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is this eclipse season bringing or removing from Wendy's life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is this eclipse season bringing or removing from Wendy's life? September 21st. Okay. Death. 3 of Wands reversed. 4 of Cups. 2 of Wands. And Queen of Swords reversed. It's September. Yeah. Hi, Phyllis. Welcome. It's going to bring a lot of changes, Miss Wendy. With the death card, like, wow. First card being the death card. It's going to definitely, I see positive changes. I see some frustrations. But I see a lot of change, a lot of transformation. Yeah, and I feel like it's really for the best. This Queen of Swords reversed here is showing me, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but the energy that I'm getting from it is you are, and this isn't just because I know you, I could be wrong here, but you really are welcoming a fresh, brand new change in your life. Yeah, you're ready. There's a lot of things about your recent past that you're, I don't want to say bitter about, but disappointed in. And yeah, there are certain people that you may be feeling bitter towards, and I'll say with you know, with good reason. It's never good to harbor feelings of bitterness, but it can be difficult to prevent, to just stop feeling, bitter about something or someone. Yeah, yeah. This, and I see that here with this Four of Cups. I'll even, yeah, the artwork on this. So as you know, the Four of Cups is someone looking down at their three empty cups. But if they were to just look up and to the right, they'd see that they still have a full cup. And the girl on the card is wearing a sweatshirt that says "over it." And there's a lot that you are over. You're over a lot, and you're moving on, and you're ready to embrace that third cup. You're tired of looking at these three empty cups in front of you, and you're ready to just look up and see, yes, like my cups, they're not all empty, like at all, by any means. By any means, your cup is still full. I'm using the feelings and energy to push myself forward. That's what's up. That's what's up. And look here, the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands show up next to one another in so many readings. It's really interesting. The Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles show up next to one another a lot, and the Three of Wands and the Two of Wands. It's really interesting. But the Three of Wands reversed. I'll start with the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is definitely your push and drive and motivation to move. I mean, the artwork shows it all. She's looking. She's got her phone in her hand. She's making arrangements. She's researching things that she needs to do. But she's surveying her kingdom. She's looking out at the world and seeing, like, where do I move to? Where am I moving to next? And I'm going to make a decision about this. Like, the decision has been made that I'm going to make a move, but the details haven't been completely hammered out. But that's what you're in the process of doing. That's what the whole Two of Wands is all about. Three of Wands is about is very similar actually, but it's more about Two of Wands is about making that decision to take whatever that decision is, but in this case to take that leap. The Three of Wands is more about hammering out the details. Three of Wands is also about patience. When we have it in its reverse form, it can signify possible feelings of impatience or of feelings of delays surrounding certain things that you would like to see come to fruition, or things that you would like to see change or change and transform in some different way. So yeah, I this eclipse season is going to definitely wash away a lot of the things that you have not been thrilled about at all in your life, and it hasn't started yet. Like you said, it starts on the 21st of September, but even though it hasn't began, like you said, you're using the feelings and this energy to push yourself forward, which is really the wisest thing to do when we are, when we are put in a position where we do experience those feelings. Oh, it ends on the 21st, so we are within it. Okay, so I was feeling some energies. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, no, there's things already changing right now, and I think that you will have a lot more clarity on, I like this will be reversed. You will have a lot more clarity as to your future and what that looks like, I believe, by the 21st of this month. Excuse me. A lot of the details will be hammered out. And not necessarily even like when I mean the details hammered out, I don't mean like taken care of. Like, it doesn't mean that necessarily you're going to have your visa already, blah, blah, places, but like you'll have a better idea of the specific parameters of how you want to see this change manifest in your life. So yeah, spirit is saying, like, I mean, there's no card that signifies change to me more than the Death card. it's transformation. It is, you know. I wanted to get clarity while I'm on my trip and make decisions when I get back. Yeah, exactly. And you leave, and that, which totally makes sense. You know, you get and that's, you know, I envision you as the Two of Wands while you're on your trip. You know, observing your surroundings, observing your situation in regards to the the various protocols that are in place in regards to you moving. But yeah, I see this being reversed upon your arrival. I think a lot of those details will be hammered out. Like I said, not so much like the actual things, but like the ideas and the vision will be much clearer by that time. Um, and and you leave in 2 weeks, right? So you'll be back right around the time the eclipse will be ending. You leave next Sunday. Okay. Very exciting, girl. Very exciting. All right. So you leave next Sunday. You're going for 2 weeks. So yeah, so you'll be returning when the eclipse season has come to close. Yeah. We'll be back when it ends. Yeah. And that's exactly what I mean by that Three of Wands. That's going to be reversed. It's so interesting how often the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands I see in the same spread. It's really interesting. Also, the Ace of Wands and the Fool I see together all the time as well. You are very welcome, Miss Wendy, and yeah, do trust and believe. And thank you for notifying me about the eclipse season. And do trust and believe, yeah, with that Death card, and especially, yeah, the Two of Wands, Three of Wands, that is your situation right now, Two, Three of Wands situation. But yeah, trust and believe, the Death card is what you want to see when it comes to changes occurring. Unfavorable things coming to a close, and wonderful things coming to fruition. Thank you again, Miss Wendy. Thank you. Much love and light to you. I also offer private readings. I offer 2 different types of private readings. I offer them by appointment only, and those are done over Zoom. You can see the cards. We schedule our time together. If you need more time with me, I can usually fit that in, or if you can fit it in. But there is no limit to how many questions we ask, how much time we spend talking to one another, how much backstory and context you need to give me, how many cards I pull. There's no limit to it. It's just a stream of consciousness between you and me. And not consciousness, but a stream of conversation between you and me. I highly recommend it for everybody, all my clients, especially if you're going through something that does require, that has multiple layers and complexities to it, and may need extra backstory or context. I also offer private readings offline at no additional donation amount. I do those more for matters of discretion if you don't want your information public and online, or if you don't see me online and you have a question that you need me to answer, you can just send me your donation and I will either give you your reading over voice memos over DMs on Instagram or typed via email. But again, that's at no additional donation amount. I can usually get to people within 2 to 3 hours, oftentimes sooner of receiving your donation, just depending on where I am that day, but no later than 24-hour turnaround. And the donation queue is currently open right now. So if you have a question, whoever donates next will be next. Thank you so very, very much. And we just received a donation from Jeremiah. Thank you so much, Jeremiah, for your donation, my friend. How are you doing? Good, just decompressing. Good, good. Did you do something fun today? No, I worked till 2 and just relaxed after that. Nice, nice. So you're still working at the bank then? Yeah, I still work there. I'm trying to find another job, but now I'm also working on some other stuff on the side. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, you mentioned the tarot thing, but you got some other stuff too on the side. That's really cool. And if you are watching this live stream, please be a friend and make sure to click the like button. It really helps me out, helps out the channel. Thank you. Which brings me to a point that why I haven't found romantic love yet. Okay. Because you've been focused on work. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, and I've been there for sure. Um, yeah, because I mean, dating can be like a job in and of itself, you know. Um, okay, so the question that you want me to ask is, I'm not sure what the question is. Is the question, is the reason why Jeremiah hasn't found love because he's been working, or is the question uh, what's coming towards you in love? I'm not quite sure what the question is. No, just why I haven't found a romantic interest yet. Oh, that's what you want me to ask? Is why you haven't found a romantic interest yet? Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, why I haven't. Yeah, sorry, I was reading that weirdly. I'm sorry. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why has Jeremiah not found romantic love yet? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why has Jeremiah not found romantic love yet? Messengers and spirit guides. When was your last? When were you dating someone last, Jeremiah? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why has Jeremiah not found romantic love yet? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why has Jeremiah not found romantic partner? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why has Jeremiah not found a romantic partner recently? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why has Jeremiah not found a romantic partner? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why has Jeremiah not found a romantic partner? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why has Jeremiah not yet found a romantic partner? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why has Jeremiah not yet found a romantic partner? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Why has Jeremiah not found a romantic partner? 2020. Okay. So 5 years now. And that was a relationship? Or you were just dating someone? Let's see what we have here. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. The Hermit reversed. I had a feeling, okay, I'm already seeing what I think the answer is. Ace of Cups, Ten of Swords, and Nine of Cups. Okay. So, since 2020, have you actively tried meeting romantic partners? Like, have you, I hate asking it this way, but it's just the typical way that people do find people nowadays is on dating apps. Do you like go on dating apps, or are you involved in any like-minded communities where you can meet people, like-minded people, other singles? Because what I'm seeing here, and what I was even thinking before I turned the cards, no, just hookup apps. Okay. But you are looking for a connection with someone beyond just a hookup. Which is, well, it sounds like that's what you want. Um, what I'm seeing here is what I thought Spirit was going to say. One of two things: either yeah, you've been focusing on work too much, or B, you're not putting yourself out there, you're not shining your light. And what I'm seeing is the second one. You're not putting yourself out there. The Hermit reverse, the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel's not turning in your romantic life because you aren't shining your light, love. Because I was thinking to myself, I'm like, Jeremiah is a Leo, like he's got it going on, he's confident. At least I get the sense that that you're a confident guy. Um, he seems emotionally available for a relationship. He seems financially stable. Seems just ready. Um, I was just thinking this before I turned the cards. I was thinking, I'm just like, I don't think this has anything to do with like, oh, you're not cool enough, or you're not handsome enough, or you're not funny or smart enough. No, it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with a lack of anything within you, honey. With this Ace of Cups and Nine of Cups, yeah, Spirit does see that you are ready for love. You look because you love yourself in a healthy way. And when like in a healthy way, everyone should love themselves. And if you don't love, like RuPaul said, if you don't love yourself, how the hell are you supposed to love anybody else? And conversely, I would say, how the hell is anybody else supposed to love you if you don't love yourself? You know. So Spirit is saying, like, yeah, dude, put yourself out there. Start putting yourself out there. Get out of this your hermit hidey hole, and start looking. And even the art. I was talking about this card with one of my clients yesterday. I said in one of my decks, the Hermit is actually a woman who is doing research and like looking things up on her laptop. I mean, I guess in this case, it might be a dating app, not a hookup app, but an app where there are people who are looking for a relationship and not just for a hookup. that if that's what you're looking for, that's what spirit wants to see you do. And then the wheel will definitely start turning, Jeremiah. There's no reason for it not to be turning, but until then, there is this Ten of Swords stagnancy, where, yeah, in this deck, the Ten of Swords, she's actually looking at her phone, but she's not focusing on what would get her out of this situation where she's stuck to the ground. And I'm not saying that you're stuck to the ground in any way, or like stuck in any way by not being in a relationship, because I just don't believe that. Spirit does, if you do want to be happy with someone, Spirit wants to see that, so long as the person is good to you and you're good to them. Conversely, it's a reciprocal, healthy thing. So Spirit fully is saying, yeah, dude, you're ready. Put yourself out there. We want to see you with someone. You'll find that person. But until you put yourself out there, that's what I mean by this kind of stuck energy. The wheel's not turning. You're kind of immobilized, if in the sense that you're not like, you have full control over your dating life. You have full agency over the people who you go on dates with and get to know and start talking to and start dating, basically. We have a lot more agency over that than we think we do. Yes, it's true. I mean, depending on where you live, really, I'd say, like, if you live in a more urban, busy area, it's more likely that people might, just randomly approach you on the street, organically meeting people. But I think, I don't know where you live, but if you live in a more isolated kind of space, or kind of secluded, it can be a little more difficult to meet people organically. It's not impossible, but just takes a little more creativity mentally, in discovering those people and places to meet those people. But yeah, dude, as soon as you put yourself out there, the wheel will start turning, and you will find love. Just, I mean, and if you want hookups too, it's fine to go on hookup apps too. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you are looking for more than a hookup, it might not be in your best interest to go on hookup apps at this time. And this is just my 2 cents, which you didn't ask for, but I just feel like while spending time on hookup apps and finding hookups wouldn't be a disservice to you, Jeremiah, necessarily, if you are looking for more than that, I would put your energy, like that Ten of Swords card, put your energy on your phone to apps that are actually about relationships. Let myself to start going out more and doing what I enjoyed, or not going on apps. Yeah, if you don't want to do the dating app thing, putting yourself out in different situations and environments where there's like-minded people, who you can get to know. And you strike me as a very confident person, Jeremiah. You strike me as someone who doesn't feel uncomfortable speaking to new people, introducing oneself to new people, getting to know new people. You seem very, very open and confident. And I think that with that Ace of Cups too, right there in the center, Jeremiah, I think you really hit the nail on the head, when you said, going out, start going out more and doing what I enjoy doing. When you're doing what you enjoy, that's when your light and like your joy and your radiance is going to shine as brightly as possible. Like, if you really like dancing, go out dancing. If you're really into tasting fine cuisines, like go out and do that. If you're really into like classical music, like go to the symphony. But whatever inspires you and brings you joy and glues that smile on that very natural smile on your face, that radiance, people pick up on that from miles away. I've talked about this on my channel a lot, and people have come back to me. They've either agreed with me the first time I tell them and said they've noticed it too, or they've come back to me and be like, guess what's just started happening to me. But I've noticed in the past, when I have started new relationships, all of a sudden, either guys from my past come out of the woodwork, or a bunch of new guys start coming into my life. It's like, where were you when I was single for the past 6 months to a year, whatever the case may be? And my theory for that is that it's because I'm in a new relationship and I'm radiating that love and affection, you know, because I'm in that union. And even though I'm not saying anything about it, people can pick up on that um, that radiance, that love. And yeah, if you're out doing what you love doing and what brings you joy and like the most harmony, then people will pick up on that energy in a really and like in a really reciprocal positive way. And you'll attract like-minded people that are of the same vibe as you, you know, people who are energetically similar to you too. That's really important. So yeah, Jeremiah, I think no time like the present, my friend. There is no better time like the present. This is a very good time for you. The spirit is definitely saying that you're ready. They acknowledge that you would like to be in a connection, and they're saying all you got to do is step outside, and it's yours for the taking. Well, thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate you, and I hope I brought you clarity there. All right, so we are all covered with the queue. I've been on for a little over an hour, so I'm staying on. I've met people, it's just most of them I can't see the potential. Gotcha. Is and these are people that you haven't met on dating on hookup apps, but you just don't see potential in them. I hear you. And that's going to happen. That's going to happen, especially when you first start dating again, Jeremiah. The first people who you go on a date, or the first person you go on a date with is not necessarily, I mean, I hope it's going to be the one, and I'm sure you do, but it might not necessarily be the case. That's what I was just saying earlier, how I know you've been working a lot and focusing on that. And I understand when I'm working a lot, I don't really have a whole lot of time or energy to spend on dating. And because dating can sometimes feel like a job in and of itself. Um, it shouldn't feel like a job, but vetting people and assessing people and yeah, maybe not seeing potential, and because we can usually see it and sense it from the beginning if there's chemistry or not. And if it's not there, it's just like, okay, on to the next one. It can sometimes feel tiresome, but it shouldn't be. It's just about getting to know new people. As long as you don't see it as like, it's good to not see it as like work. It is effort. It takes some time sometimes, but I think the best way to approach dating, especially if you haven't in a while, is to just see it as, yeah, getting to know new people, not putting too much pressure on either yourself or especially not yourself, but on any one date or person, until things start to get, until things, until you do meet someone and things do start to get serious. It's just about getting to meet people and meeting new people, and it's a journey. And for some people it can take longer. For some people it can take shorter. Just like relationships, some people, start relationships and they end in a matter of weeks. Some people get married for the rest of their lives. It's important also not to compare your journey to anyone else's either. Your journey is unique to you and you're alone. But looks very promising. Yeah, because I was talking about that with someone not too long ago, like how like after a certain point, sometimes dating can feel like, they didn't say it felt like work, but like just tiresome. Um, and even as I get older, I still don't like seeing it like that. It shouldn't feel tiresome. It should feel like, yeah, like just getting to know new people, and if it doesn't work, it's okay. Um, And you may even make a new friend, you know? Yeah, yeah, everything's been a job for you lately. Yeah, you don't need another one. This should just be delightful. Yeah, yeah. And even if, and that's what I'm saying, is even if there isn't chemistry between you and someone else, um, say you go on a date with someone and the spark's just not there, you know, you're still out, you know, somewhere nice, doing something that you like, you know, spending time with another human being. And like I said, they might, if they don't end up being the one, that's okay because you might make a new friend. Um, yes, it shouldn't seem like work. It should only start. I will say by the 3 month part, maybe it might start feeling like work because that's when it's like you're like really having to assess people. That's when that's when things kind of get a little more serious. But even then, it should still be an enjoyable experience. It shouldn't feel anything um, like our work life. Um, Unless we are professional matchmakers, in which then it might actually. I always wonder about that, like with professional matchmakers and dating coaches. Like I met a dating coach once who was quite young. She was like 25 and quite successful, had quite a big platform, yet she had been married 4 separate times and had like 2 separate baby daddies. No tea, no shade. But this was by the time she was 25. I was like, and that makes one an authority. How? I guess it makes her an authority in the sense that she flubbed up and learned to tell the tale, learned to tell the tale, and can now identify the warning signs. I would hope. Um, I don't know. I would just be reticent to hire a dating coach who was so young. Has not a whole lot of dating experience. And wow, 4 marriages in that short amount of time. I can't imagine. That's a lot of energy and time and money. Um, but to each their own. To each their own. Let's see here. Let me do this. So the donation queue is currently open. If you have a question, whoever donates next will be next. All right, so I have been on for 2 hours now. And it doesn't look like there's anybody on, but I will wait an extra few minutes here if anyone pops on, because it actually happened last night. If anybody pops on and has a last minute question, now would be the time to ask. I'm not sure, tomorrow's Tuesday. I'm not sure if I'll be on tomorrow. I might. Um, but I've got a lot on the plate right now to take care of. But so tonight would be a good night to send in your donation if you do have a question, because I don't know the next time I will exactly be on. But also with that having been said, remember to click your notification bell, and remember to click all notifications so that way you'll know every time I go live. You won't miss a live stream. But last call, everybody, last call for any and all donations tonight. Thank you. If you have a question, a great time to ask. Last call for all donations tonight. Thank you. Last call for any and all donations. Yeah, I waited 3 minutes last night, as I do every night, and somebody came into the chat, one of my regular clients, like at the very last minute right after I'd signed off. So I will give fair warning as I always do. Last call, everybody. Last call night for all donations. If you have a question, let me know. Thank you so much. Last call, everybody, tonight for all donations. Last call. Thank you. All right, looks like everyone is happy and taken care of. Thank you all so very much, and I will see you again soon. Bye.